the class is installation of the MySQL. Okay, so Vikas sir, plus do one thing, just click on this remove. Okay, and click on it, this MySQL server. No, just select it, select the checkpoint. Yes. Now next. Okay, execute. Now it will take little time.
But I will suggest Muhammad, before installing SQL, install the camera on his laptop.
Yes, I'm planning to do this as well.
With a free app, you can install your camera. Finish?
Yes, finish. Okay, so MySQL finished. Then close this window. Now let me check. Okay, now double click on this again, community version. Okay. Okay, now okay, go to custom. Next. Okay, and select MySQL server. Yes, and put it. Yes. Next. हाँ जी. हाँ.
मैंने डेवलपर वाला कर दिया था डाउनलोड।
नहीं, कम्युनिटी वाला करो ना.
नहीं, कम्युनिटी में जो वो डेवलपर वाली ऑप्शन आई थी ना,
हाँ.
मैंने कस्टम की जगह वो वाला किया।
चला कि नहीं चला?
हाँ, चल तो गया मेरे वाले में।
बस ठीक है, डन है. नेक्स्ट करो सर.
ठीक है सर, मैं जो फाइल
No problem, it will work fine. So execute. Yes, execute.
now it's working now.
Yeah, because people are forgot to do the execution. That is the main problem.
Oh, but there was no option for executing. That's the problem.
Okay.
There was no option coming up like now for execution.
Okay, no problem. Whenever you are going to install this MySQL, make sure that you have to perform this execution. Otherwise, your MySQL will not install. Normally, people do next, and finish. Okay, please next, and then again next. Okay, back. Okay, so here the option. No, okay, you can make next. Okay, so make sure this one is the port number 3306. Okay, you have to keep remember it, because your MySQL will work on this port. Otherwise, the connection would not be happen. Okay, the connection would not be happen if you forgot to remember this port number. By default, this is the port number. Okay, so keep this point into the mind. By default, this would be, but sometimes this port is busy with some another application. So here the port would be different. For some of the laptops, the port would be 3308. But make sure you have to keep remember this port number, because this one is the important one. Okay. So next, what is the?
You know the way we did like the web-based one, right? There was one web-based and
No,
one was community-based.
a community based that you can do a number of things. That is the full version. Just do back 1 second. Just do back. Actually, I am not getting here. The password is it's asking for password or not? Somewhere the option.
It's not.
Okay, because I it is enabled on my screen. Okay, let me. Okay, so now, yeah, please do next. Okay, then next.
Yeah. Now it's gonna ask for the password.
Yeah. Now set your password. Just make a simple password 1 2 3 4 5. That would be the more easier. Okay, don't worry about it. Next. Okay, then again next. Then execute. Click on execute. Yeah, finish. Yes, next. And then make here password 1 2 3 4 5. Your user is root, or always by default for everyone the user is root, and the password, that whatever password that you specify. Okay, check, please check. Yeah. Okay, connection is successfully done. So execute. Finish. Okay, then finish. Okay, so your MySQL is successfully installed. Kindly click this, close this windows. No need to delete, just make it as dump, don't worry. Just close this window. Yes, close this. Okay, now click on window key, and this one, MySQL command line client. Okay, you can click over here. Need on the down one. Yes, this one, middle one. Yes. Now enter your password over here. Now your MySQL is working. Okay, your MySQL is working. Okay, now
If I want to have a logo on the screen.
no, we will work over here. But that is the very heavy software. You don't need to use that. That is, I suppose, the workload, something like this, the workbook or workloads. No need to work over here. This is the best way, and this is you will get the quick responses from this particular screen. Okay. So everyone know how you can install the MySQL. It's very simple to do the installation of MySQL. Okay, so now Vikas sir, please close this window. Now it's mean your MySQL is working. So okay, so no, open one more time, but back to your screen. Go to your screen, please. Make a presenter today. You are the host today. Because there are few things that we have to install. Yes, and this MySQL is ready for everyone. Okay, this should be done. If you done this thing into your system, automatically your MySQL is successfully installed, and this is the important one. And now the next one is, okay, this one is a database. I will explain this thing into the great detail, don't worry about it. And now you want to connect with Python. Okay, you want to connect with Python. For connecting with Python, what you have to do? You need an intermediate. Okay, you need an intermediate. For the intermediate, that's mean who will make a bridge between this MySQL and your Python script. So for that, what you have to install next, that module is called PyMySQL. Okay, the Python MySQL module. So please close this window and open the command prompt. Yeah. Okay, right over here pip. Yeah, pip, PIP.
PLP.
Yeah, PIP. PIP. No T. PIP. P for parrot. PIP. Yeah, pip. No, you are again typing T. It's no T. P. P for peacock. Yeah. Please press enter. Please press enter. I don't know why it's taking so time. Okay, so after writing this pip, make sure you are getting this helps. Okay, this commands basically. So that's mean your pip is working. If you have any problem like this, just refer to my video. There I give the solution how you can fit this pip. Because sometime whenever you press pip, you will get the error message. This command is not recognized internal as and external. If you are getting that error, then refer my video how you can resolve this pip. So here everything is fine. So now I'm going to install one module, okay, because that module is not automatically available with the Python. Externally, that we have to impart that module with the Python. Okay, so for installing a module inside Windows or inside your Linux machine, the command is same one. Okay, pip, write down over here, pip, pip space install, install, install space py MySQL, py my MySQL. Yes, please press enter. Okay, now it's collecting packages. Now its installation is started, successfully installed. Now this module has been installed. Okay, earlier as we seen the module, the time module, okay, the OS module, the same thing now we will use inside our Python code, because this is the bridge between the MySQL and your Python script. Now with the help of this module, you are able to communicate with your MySQL. Okay, so now sir, please open your shell, Python shell, ideally.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir,
Your voice is not coming properly, yaar.
CMD, it is written PIP is not recognized.
Yeah, go to my videos. I have shared how to resolve the pip. I already shared the link with you guys before installation of Python. You have to resolve this. So don't worry about it. You just check out my video. You will get the solution for the same, how you can resolve the pip. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Vikas.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
did you send to us on WhatsApp the link?
Yeah, definitely. I will share you the link, and that is available into my US Data Technologies channel, where you can find it out. Okay. So otherwise I will show you the link, don't worry. So please write over here import. Okay, Vikas sir, please write over here import space py MySQL.
Sorry, sir, I have another question.
Yeah, please.
Is this recorded?
Yeah, I am recording it. I am making it available. Okay, so import py MySQL, press enter. Now you are not getting any error. What is the meaning of this? That means the installation is successfully done. Okay, now I want to check it out. Now I want to check it out whether I am communicate with this MySQL or not. Okay, I am able to communicate with MySQL or not. Okay, Vikas sir, please open MySQL command line.
So MySQL command line.
Yeah, please. This one, the middle one. Okay, so here enter password. Okay, so now what you have to do? First, create a database. Okay, create a database. So creating a database, the command is create. Type a command create. Create space database and space, provide any name to the database, whatever name that you want to do. You can create a Python. Okay, just write a Python DB. Yeah, press enter. Semicolon and enter. Now press semicolon and enter. Make sure whenever you perform any command inside this, it is mandatory to put a semicolon at the end of the every command. Okay, press enter. Now you can check it out. Query okay, one row affected. That means this database is created. Now what is this database? Okay, it is similar like to the folders. Okay, similar like to the folder. For example, inside the folder, I organized all the files. And I know this is my folder name where my files are located. For example, just like a similar example, I make a folder images of college. Okay, or you can say the college images. Now you know it. Okay, every college images are available into that folder. Similar to like this, whenever you are supposed to perform the tables inside MySQL, you have to create the tables. Okay, you have to create the tables. So the tables mean that information into the structured order. That information, where should I place? I am going to place that information into this database. Okay, the database name is called Python. you can make any kind of database, whatever want you can create. For example, my own database, okay, Python database, okay, Muhammad database, okay, Vikas database, Ajay database. You can create any name over here. That doesn't give you the any restriction, but make sure there should not be space. There should not be space. Okay, make sure this one. So your database is created. So it's mean that I created a database where I will gonna to make the all the my Python all the my tables inside this database. So okay, I'm just checking the connection, whether the connection is established between the Python and MySQL. Okay, and now I am going to connect with this database. I am opening this database with the help of Python. Okay, so now go back to the shell. Okay, type over here a variable con is equal to, okay, now write py mysql dot,
py.
Yes, py mysql. This one is a module that we already imported into this file. Okay, py mysql, okay, py mysql dot, the method name is connect, dot connect, CONN, and press tab. Okay, this one is a method. Okay, this one is a method by which I can connect. To where I have to connect? I have to connect with this database. Okay, for connecting this database, first I have to go to the MySQL. Now first I have to tell where MySQL is installing. MySQL is installing on my local server. Okay, its mean is MySQL is, I am not fetching the data from some another system, not from cloud. Okay, I am fetching the data from my local system. Okay, that's mean this one is the host. My MySQL is placed on my local machine, so I don't need to go any special IP address to fetch my data. Okay, but inside the production, okay, inside the web applications, what we do, we normally fetch the data from somewhere else, from some another machine. That machine is on the server, on the cloud, that can be on the cloud. Okay, from that, to connect with that machine, you have to pass the IP address of that machine. But here we don't need to pass the IP address of any machine, because we have installed the Python and we have installed the MySQL on the same machine. Okay, so no need to provide here the IP of that particular, the machine where your MySQL is running. Okay, so open the braces. Okay, so type over here host, HOST, host. Okay, this one is a variable where I have to specify from where my Python is gonna my MySQL is gonna to be connected. Okay, so my MySQL is present on the local machine, so here no need to specify the IP address of that machine. But into the real-time industry, you have to pass over here the IP address of that machine where your MySQL is installed. Okay, but this time our MySQL is installed on the local machine. So what we have to do over here, host is equal to local host. Okay, that should be into the single quotes, local host. Okay. Yeah, double is okay, single is okay. Local, there should not be space. Make sure there should not be space. Okay, and then press comma at the end of this. Another parameter is comma. Yes, comma, and the another parameter is database name. Okay, so you have to write database. Database. The variable name is database. This is the keyword arguments, as you can check it out. Database is equal to in single quotes. Yep, yes, Python, perfect, good. And comma, user. What is my username? That is the root. You have to specify over here root. Okay, root is equal to user is equal to root. Perfect. Comma. Okay, comma. Password. Okay, password. What is my password? That is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so password is equal to 1 2 3 4 5. Perfect. Now press enter. Okay, perfect. Your connection is up to mark. Now you are connected. You are connected. Okay, for connecting, now the next step is you have to create a cursor, the object as did we inside the file handling. Okay, that we did inside the file handling, that you are supposed to make a file object over there, but this time what you have to make over here, the cursor, that is technically called cursor in the case of this database connectivity. Okay, so how I can create a cursor? So make a variable name, any variable name that you want. Let's suppose CUR. Okay, for the cursor I am making a variable name, that is the CUR. Okay, CUR. Okay, now is equal to conn dot yes, connection dot cursor, CURSOR. Okay, and no need to put this connection. No, connection is already established. Now with the help of this connection I am making a cursor, CURSOR. Perfect. Okay, and you have to mark the parenthesis over here because this one is a function or method of that PyMySQL connect class. Okay, please press enter. Okay, I am getting error. What is com? Com is nothing. You have to pass over here con, CON, because your connection variable name is CON. Okay, CON. Press over here CON. Perfect. Now press enter. Get. Okay, now this one is a cursor. With the help of this cursor you are supposed to perform the activities. Okay, you are supposed to perform the activity. Now cursor dot execute for execution any command, cursor dot execution. Okay, so we didn't make any table. Okay, so I am going to create a table in with the help of this execution. Okay, not execution, the name of the method is execute, cursor dot execute. Okay, cursor dot execute. Perfect. Now open the parenthesis. Okay, open the parenthesis. Now in the double quote, now how I can create a the table inside that database. Now I am connected. Now I am connected with this database. The database name is the Python. Okay, the database name is the Python. Now I am going to create a table inside that database. Okay, inside that database. So how I can create a table? So here the connection, first I made a connection. My connection string is CON. That's mean I am connected to the local host and database name is Python. My user is root. My password is 12345. The connection is established successfully because I don't get any error. In the next command, what we did? We make a cursor. Okay, this is the cursor object, similar like to the file pointer. Here, whenever you are performing anything on side this, the database connectivity on this MySQL, you have to create a cursor object. Now this one is a cursor object. With the cursor object, you are supposed to perform the queries because everything on the MySQL will be done with the help of the queries. Okay, whatever you want to do, you want to create a table inside MySQL, you want to fetch a data from the MySQL, you want to update the data from the MySQL. Okay, whatever you want to do. Okay, whatever you want to do, for that, what you have to do for the same, you have to execute. Okay, you have to execute that query with the help of this execute. Okay, this execute is a function which is available inside the cursor object. Okay, here you are not supposed to write the complete cursor because we already made a cursor object CUR dot execute. Okay, CUR dot execute. The cursor is just like a pen. Okay, the cursor is just like a pen. With the help of that, now I am performing some activity on that database. Okay, I am showing you. I will explain you each and everything. Don't worry about it. So please, sir, here write cursor CUR, not complete cursor. Here in the starting of this line. In the starting of this line, sir. Yeah, in the starting of this line. Go to in the start of this line. Okay, yeah, curs dot execute. Okay, dot execute and open the parenthesis. Okay, in the double quotes. Now I am going to create a table. For creating a table, okay, from creating a table, the command is create table. Okay, for creating a table, the command is create table. Okay, then so here I think inside Hive you are supposed to write a create table. So here, okay, just write create table. Okay, then the name of is the table name, whatever name that you want to specify, you can specify over here. Okay, whatever name that you want to specify. Okay, the table name is no need to press comma, sir. No need to press comma. Okay, create table space whatever name. Okay, Ireland. Okay, open the parenthesis. No, the table name should be only one. Yeah, if you want to concatenate, so what you have to do, there is spaces are not acceptable. Okay, so open the parenthesis. Yeah, open. No, open the parenthesis. Okay, so here what columns that you want? Okay, what columns that you want? The first column, let's suppose I want ID. Okay, ID space data type of that column, int. Okay, comma. Okay, the next column, what you want? Name, 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 space, yes, the name of that data type is no, here string would not be implement. Here the data type is varchar, var, yes, char, varchar. Open the parenthesis, type the size over here, let's suppose 20. This is support for the 20 characters. Okay, 20, and close the parenthesis. Okay, close the parenthesis, yes, comma. What column you want? Any else column that you want? Name, age, you can mark over here age. Okay, right, third column age. Okay, and then you are supposed to pass the data type of this column, space space int, not this. Okay, and close the parenthesis, close the curly braces, and then close the parenthesis. Okay, so please close the close the
You have the parenthesis.
no, you have to close the quotes as well, because this is a string. Yeah, okay, now press enter. Press enter. Oh, you are getting some error. What mistake that you made? Cursor.execute. Okay, create table Ireland. No, you did a mistake. You didn't close the parentheses of the table Ireland. Check over here. You can check the parentheses. The first is opened and last is closed. What about this parenthesis which is written with the Ireland? You didn't close that. Okay, just make your screenshot, because this is not visible to anyone. Okay, now good. Now again please maximize it, maximize the screen. Yes, perfect, good. Now close one more parenthesis.
Over here, the
Yeah, inside after int, last int, after no, please of the last int, prior to close the quotes. Yes, and remove the last one. Okay, so press enter. Now the table is created. Okay, the table is successfully created. How I can check it out the table? You can check it out the table from here, and also you can check it out the table from the same into the MySQL. Okay, so here what you have to do, so first you have to do the commitment. Okay, commitment mean that I want to commit it, whatever I did I want to commit it. Okay, so you have to write con connection dot commit, commit, okay, and close the parenthesis, open the parenthesis and close the parenthesis.
whole thing is
No, last one. Commit is a method, na? Yes, the last commit is a method. End of T. Go to T. No, go to T. Yes, and open the parenthesis and close the parenthesis. Okay, now press enter. No, why? What? Okay, done. So now go to MySQL on the shell. MySQL shell. Okay, go to here write a command, use Python. Use Python mean that I am going to open that database. Use space Python. Okay, space Python. Use space Python. Perfect. Press enter. Okay, now database change. Now write a command, show tables. Show space tables and press semicolon. Tables. Yes, press semicolon. Yeah, perfect. Now you can check it out. The Ireland table we made through Python. Okay, the Ireland table that we made through Python, but it is reflected into the database. That's mean our correction is done successfully. Everything is working fine. Okay, we are not getting any error. So it's mean our connection is established. As you seen, we did this concept with the help of our Python code. Okay, so this concept is called database. This concept is called Python database connectivity. Okay, because this one is the important one. Into the industry, whenever you are supposed to develop any application or any program that could help, that could store your data somewhere, the data can be stored inside the files as well as inside the MySQL. Okay, so I think your basic concepts are clear, how we can install the Python and how we can make a connection, what extra module that you need to to make the connection, that is the py MySQL, and how you can check it out, everything is fine. This is the perfect way to check it out, everything is working fine. Okay, so thank you sir, thank you for make a presenter. Now please I am going to make a presenter. Okay, so anyone having doubt for these steps, whatever we did right now, just right now, please let me know. Vikas sir, please mute yourself. Okay, good, thank you. So anyone having doubt regarding these steps, these are very simple steps. Recording would be available for everyone. You can try on these. This recording will be helpful for you guys to install the Python and to check how exactly you can connect with the MySQL. Okay, so the next concept is, sir, what is MySQL? Okay, sir, what is MySQL? Okay, now I am going to give you the basic elaboration of the MySQL, and I request you to everyone, please, it is not possible to complete all the MySQL into this session. Okay, because it's itself a very vast subject. It will take around 2 to 3 months if you are totally dig down into this MySQL. But yes, the basic thing I will cover. Okay, but it is true that we are not supposed to cover each and everything because it's a totally a different subject. So because 90% courses you won't get this database connectivity in the context of the Python. Okay, so in the core Python, especially in the core Python, when you opt the course of the core Python, 90% of course offered without this MySQL, because this one is a little tricky and people don't know, don't want to teach this concept. Okay, because normally the engineer can easily learn it, but yes, I am repeating once again, it doesn't mean that engineer can only learn. MySQL is very simple. Okay, MySQL is very simple, everyone can learn, okay. So I am giving you the basic concept how we can do, and apart from that, it is highly recommended, please do the practice by your own. Okay, so I am showing you some scenarios. I will show you the max to max. I will try to cover max to max MySQL. What happened to it? Why pen is not selecting? So now what is MySQL? Okay, what is the role of MySQL? So I am going to explain the concept of this. So let's suppose this one is a database. Okay, this one is the database. Okay, that is your MySQL, or even you can use Oracle. Okay, you can use Oracle, you can use MongoDB, you can use Cassandra, CosmoDB, MySQL, okay, SQLite. There are a number of databases which are available. Okay, but we are specifically talking about this MySQL because this is very famous and lightweight, and it's a open source, easily available. Maximum company use this, that is the MySQL. Okay, there are few companies who use Oracle, MongoDB. Okay, totally depend upon the requirement. But yes, MySQL, if you are comfortable into the MySQL, everyone can easily learn. Okay, so this one is a database. Okay, this one is a database. So basically, database is a collection of tables. Okay, collection of tables. And what are the tables? The tables basically collection of records. Okay, and what table contains? Table contains the rows and columns. Okay, the table contains the rows and column. So basically this MySQL is made for the structured data. Okay, structured data. Whenever I talk about the structured data, okay, whenever I say you, okay, these are the rows and columns. Okay, these are the rows and columns. okay, or I say you the table, immediately a picture came inside your mind. The sir is talking about rows and columns. If I say Excel sheet, immediately the picture came into the mind. Sir is talking about rows and columns, and we know it because we specify it. The first could be the ID, the second column could be the name, and the third column could be the age, and the fourth column could be the branch. Okay, so when I say you, okay, go to the name, okay, go to the name. So which column do you specifically find it out? You will go on to this column. Why so? Because you defined it. It is into the proper structure. Everything is into the proper structure. And if I say you, okay, go to the roll number, you will process this first column. Okay, if I say you go to the age, you will process this third column. This is the concept of the structured data, where I know where the data is actually placed. In the case of the file, as we seen, that is the unstructured data. We don't know where exactly that the Facebook is written. We don't know exactly where the YouTube is written. But in this case, if I make a column, that column is called URL. So we know in this column the URL will be placed over there. Because whenever you talk about the MySQL, it is highly mandatory and it is a requirement for that you are supposed to create the table. And whenever you are supposed to create the table, the columns are mandatory. Okay, without column, the table is nothing. As we know it very well. Whenever I am saying table, that means it's contain the columns and rows. That's it. That is the combination of the rows and column become the table. So this is the concept of the MySQL. Now we are supposed to store the data over here. Now our task is when we have to use this. When very small amount of data, the file play important role. Okay, when your data is small, you know, okay, there are only 100 entries or there can be 200 entries. Yes, at that time you can take the help of the simple files. Okay, for same thing, with the help of file, there you have to specify some kind of structure. The first is, as we see, into the employee table. Okay, where we define each and everything: ID, name, okay, then roll number, then salary, then branch, then gender. So here we did everything, some kind of structure, that is the tab indented. Everything is tab indented. So I defined some kind of structure because I know whenever the first tab is coming, the next would be the name. After that, the second tab is coming, next would be the roll number. Okay, when we have records, so 1000, okay, up to 1000. Okay, let's suppose your records are only up to 1000. At that time, the files play very good role. Okay, the files play very good role. But when the records are, let's suppose, more than 1000, okay, let's suppose 1 lakh records, okay, 10 lakh records, okay, let's suppose 50 lakhs record, okay, at that time, let's suppose the data is large, okay, at that time, what we have to take the help, because at that time your files won't play the good role over there. Okay, so because it will take huge time to load, huge time to process, and it is very complicated to manage this amount of data. As you can see in the Excel, there are approximately very few records are over there, approximately 23,000 or I think 30,000 records are into per sheet. Beyond that, let's suppose the records are 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, then your MySQL won't work properly. Your Excel sheet won't work properly. At that time, you have to move some out of the box. So MySQL where lakhs of records, even 5 lakh of record, 10 lakh records, 10 lakhs of record. At that time, when the data is large, okay, when the data is large, then very large, basically this is very large. Okay, when the data is very large, at that time you have to move from files to this MySQL kind of things. Okay, the MySQL can be there, Oracle can be there, SQLite can be there, okay, MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB is not meant for specifically for this amount of data. So you are supposed to use the help of some database. So here we are going to make the MySQL. Okay, let's suppose your data is very large, okay, huge amount of data. At that time, this MySQL won't play good role. At that time, you have to think out of the box. That concept is called Hadoop. Okay, Hadoop. Okay, the database can be your MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB, HBase. Okay, Cassandra, something like this. Then you have to think out of the box for the large amount of data. When the data is huge amount of data, terabyte sets of data, petabyte sets of data. At that time, this MySQL won't play good role. Okay, this totally depends upon the situation. It's totally depend. Today your organization have thousands of employees. Okay, you don't want to use this MySQL, don't worry about it. You can process with this MySQL. Let's suppose tomorrow your organization expanded and now you have a record of 10 lakh employees. Okay, 10 lakh of customers you have. Now at that time you have to move from file to this kind of connection, that is the MySQL. Okay, let's suppose again your data is very vast. Let's suppose there are the terabyte sets of customers like Amazon, like Netflix, okay, like Facebook. Then at that time the MySQL won't play good role. At that time you have to think out of the box, that is the Hadoop kind of things for big data. So our main concern is this MySQL, how we can connect this MySQL to the Python program. Now I think the picture is clear when we have to use what type of database, because in industry without database connectivity the files are not fully completed. Okay, you have to use some kind of connectivity to store the data, whether it's a files, whether it's a MySQL. Okay, so now move to the next content. The next one is, this one is your database. Okay, this one is your database. Database basically normally representing something like this, which I showed you the picture earlier. Okay, in the n number of software, database the representation is something like this, cylindrical. Okay, so this one is my database. Let's suppose this one is my MySQL, and this one is my Python program. Okay, this one is my Python program. The same concept is same, and this one is my command prompt. Okay, this one is my CMD. Now my task is, what I have to do, I have to pick a data from here. I have to pick a data from here. Okay, and I have to represent the data on the command prompt. Okay, I have to represent the data on command prompt. This is my concept that I want to do. Okay, the vice versa, this Python program, I have to insert a data, as we'll see in today just now. We are creating a table over here, and automatically that table is reflected over here. So this one is a concept to insert a data into the MySQL. This one is to fetch the data. This one is to insert the data to the MySQL. So this one is the entire steps that we are going to do. So first thing is that in your system the MySQL should be there. If the MySQL is there, then you are supposed to perform this activity that we see just now, how to install the MySQL, because this one is the important one. Okay, after that what you have to do, after that you have a bridge between this MySQL and this Python code, and that bridge is PyMySQL. Okay, that a module that we install, because with the help of this module it give you the feature how you can get, because this one is a different software, this one is a different software. So I am making to, I am connectivity these two different software with the help of this PyMySQL. So PyMySQL give you the feature how you can connect with the MySQL. So as we see how we can connect with the MySQL. Okay, so now this thing is done. We understand the basic things, how we can do it, what are the things necessity for perform this kind of activities. Now the question is, sir, how we can play with it? Okay, here inside Python, if I specifically go to the Python, there are hardly 7 steps. Okay, there are hardly 7 steps that you have to keep into the mind while doing the database connectivity. Okay, while doing the database connectivity. So rest of the things are totally depend on the queries. Okay, totally depend upon the queries that you have to perform. Okay, there are only 7 steps, only 7 methods which are available to connect with it. But the thing is that when you have to fetch the data, when you have to create the table, when you have to update the table, when you are supposed to perform any operation on the table, at that time you have to take the help of the queries. So that's why I am saying you have to work on the queries. These things, the 7 things, you can easily learn. Anyone can learn, but this will take some time. And again I am saying it, if you are not good into the coding, don't worry about it. The MySQL is very easy. Even a child can learn easily. It is just like an English language. Okay, so I am showing you what are the various 7 steps. The first step is, as we see, import. Okay, import module. This one is the first step that we see how we can import the module. The second step is connection, to establish a connection. As we see how we can make a connection between the Python and the MySQL. So establish a connection. Okay, very simple, establish a connection. So that one is the second point. Okay, connection that we see con is equal to py.mysql.connect, something like this. And the next one is next one is execute. Okay, execute, sorry, not execute, the cursor. Okay, let me write each and every step neat and clean manner. So the first step is import, as we see how we can import. The second step is connection. Okay, connection, that we made the connection with the connection stick, for example py.mysql.connect. Okay, and the third one is cursor. Okay, we have to create a cursor object. because this is the pen, just like a pen, okay, that is connected with the database. That is connected with the database. Here we define it to whom we have to connect in the connection, and we specify, okay, this one is the, this one is a database where we have to connect, Now this one is a cursor who is blinking into this folder. Okay, this one is a cursor who is blinking into this folder. With the help of this cursor, okay, with the help of this cursor, just like a pen, now I am supposed to read the tables. Okay, and now I am supposed to read the content of the tables with the help of this cursor. Whatever that you have to perform, okay, whatever that you have to perform, whether you have to fetch the data, whether you have to insert the data into the MySQL, with the help of this cursor, you are supposed to perform it. Okay, because without cursor, it is impossible to insert the data over here, to fetch the data from this. Okay, now the next is the fourth one is execute. Okay, execute queries. Okay, queries, whatever queries that you want to execute. Okay, so for executing query, we have two basic steps. Okay, the one is execute. Okay, the one is execute. Okay, the execute, it's a single query if you want to implement a single query. Okay, single query. If you want to implement a single query only, then you are supposed to take the help of execute, as we see how we can create a table with the help of this execute function. So the next is, another one is execute script. Okay, execute script. Okay, execute script. So this is the way, if you want to implement multiple queries, okay, multiple queries, for example, you are creating a table, you are updating a table. Okay, for example, in the same line that you want to perform something, multiple steps. For example, you want to perform one query, after that you want to perform two query, and after that you want to perform three queries. Let's suppose you have three different queries, but you want to perform into single line. At that time, what you have to take the help of execute script, okay, to execute the multiple queries. Okay, so next is execute. The third one is execute many. Okay, execute many for the parameterized query. Okay, for the parameterized query, what is the meaning of this? For example, you are asking from user. Okay, you are asking from user. Okay, user, please tell me what. Okay, user, please tell me what your requirement is. You want to see which roll number. Let's suppose user enter 506. Okay, I want to see 506 roll number only, nothing else. I don't want to check out all the records. I want to check out only 506. Please give me the detail of 506. Okay, for example, 709. For example, 80. That I am asking from a user. At that time, you have to perform the execute many. But these two may not be work. Okay, might be it could not be work into this MySQL connection, because whatever we use py MySQL, it doesn't give you the support for the same thing. We will implement with the help of this execute. Okay, there is another module, that is the MySQL module. Okay, MySQL module. Okay, something like this. So that module is not installed successfully into my systems, and I tried this module into n number of systems, but it won't work properly. So this one is a module, py MySQL is a module which will very helpful and very lightweight module. With the help of that, you can do n number of things. So these two things weren't supported by this module. Okay, so yes, same thing we will achieve with the help of this. Okay, with the execute, everything we will perform with the help of this execute. Okay, so don't worry about it. So okay, this one is the fourth step that you want to execute. That's mean you want to perform set of tasks on the database inside the tables. Okay, I did it. Now the fifth step is commit. Okay, commit or rollback. Okay, rollback. Okay, these are two steps. Commit mean whatever changes I made. Okay, whatever changes I made, that I have to commit. That's mean that has been done, fully done. Okay, I am making a commitment that I am doing it. Whatever I did, that should be reflect to the original database. Okay, so commitment mean as the English terminology. Okay, commitment, I do a commitment for the same. Okay, now I want to perform a commitment. Whatever steps, whatever operation I made, now I am committing it. Committing it means I am finalizing those into my real database. Okay, into my MySQL. So the next one is the rollback. As the same concept in the English terminology, rollback all the things. So sometime let's suppose the transaction doesn't successfully happen. At that time, what exactly happen? Your money is reversed to you. The same concept over here. The rollback means whatever statements I perform, I am rolling back it. So I don't want to reflect on the original database. Okay, so if you perform the commitment, that's mean everything that you made, everything that you done, that is reflected to your original database. Rollback means whatever you did, so whatever you did, I don't want to make it permanent. Okay, so that time you are supposed to use a rollback. Okay, again it's one is depend upon the situation. Okay, rollback and commit. Now the sixth one is, as we see, commit. Okay, connection dot commit. As we see, after doing the commitment, then the reflection made into the original database. Now the sixth one is the fetch. Okay, now fetch, this one is execute, that I executed. Okay, now the next step is fetch, that I want to fetch the data. I want to fetch the data. For fetching the data, same just like a read. Okay, read and okay, read lines, the same. These are the method by which you are fetching the data from the file. Same over here, if you want to fetch the data, then what method that you have? Fetch one. Okay, fetch one mean, you know better. Fetch one mean the name specify itself. It will fetch only single record where the cursor is blinking. Okay, now fetch all. Okay, fetch all. Fetch all mean it will fetch out the all the data. Okay, it will fetch out the all the data in the form of tuple. Okay, in the form of tuple or list Okay, I am not confirmed the tuple is there or the list is there. Okay, 90% chances it will return the data in the form of the tuple. Same exact the read lines. Okay, read lines. Okay, read lines, you are getting the data in the form of the list. Here fetch all, that you are getting the data in the form of the tuple or list. I am not confirmed whether it's a tuple or list. In the both of these there should be one mechanism, either it's a tuple, either it's a list. Okay, the third one is fetch many. Okay, fetch many. So fetch many mean n number of item that you want to fetch. 5, if you pass over here 5, then it will fetch out the 5 records. If you pass over here 100, then it will fetch out the 100 records. Same read n, similarly like to this, read n number of item that you want to read. So execute, commit and your fetch. And the last one is same as your files, close the connection. Okay, close the connection. So you are supposed to close the connection. So connection dot close, same concept, file dot f dot close, the same thing that connection dot close. So these are 7 steps that you have to perform. Okay, these are 7 steps that you have to perform. That is the database connectivity. That's it. These are only 7 steps that are used to connect the database connectivity. 4 we already seen. Rest of the 3 we will see step by step as we move further into this course. So I am writing once again. These are the important one. Okay, the one is import. Okay, the first one is import. The second one is the connection, that you are supposed to make a connection. The third one is cursor object, that you are supposed to make a cursor object. The fourth one is okay, execute. What you want to do, you want to execute one script, you want to execute 2 script, or you want to execute the parameterized queries. Okay, so same thing will be done in this module. Same thing is done with the help of this execute. Okay, the fifth one is you are supposed to do commitment or rollback. Okay, rollback. Choice is again you want to do the commitment or rollback. So the sixth one is that fetch. I want to fetch the record. fetch. Okay, the fetching the record. Fetch one. You want to fetch only one record. You want to fetch all record. Okay, you want to fetch many record. Okay, fetch many. That's it. The seven, whatever you did, now I am closing the connection. Close the connection. That's it. These are 7 steps only. But rest of things are depend upon your MySQL query, because everything is performed with the help of MySQL query. Otherwise nothing would be happen, because here when you are supposed to fetch, okay, now you know how you can fetch with the help of a command, that is command select star from this. Okay, select star from this table, then you are supposed to fetch. Okay, so these are only 7 steps which are used to connectivity the Python and MySQL, but the major role play by the MySQL. So I think the picture is more clear what is MySQL. Okay, and what are the various steps with the help of that you are supposed to connect with the MySQL. Okay, what are the various methods and various terminologies that you have to use. Okay, these are the mandatory steps, 1, 2, 3. These are the mandatory. Without this you are not supposed to process. Okay, the next is execution. You want to execute a query or you want to fetch the query. Choice is again here. If you are doing the execution, that commitment is mandatory. When you are fetching the data, then at that time the commitment is not necessary, because you are only fetching the data, you are not changing that data. Whenever you are changing the data, at that time the commitment is necessary. When you are fetching the data, at that time the commitment is not required. And the last step, again important, that you are supposed to close the connection. Until unless you won't close the connection, sometime the connection can be damaged, the database can be damaged. Okay, so these are the mandatory 7 steps which are required for the database connectivity, similar to your file handling. In the file handling we see all these things. Okay, but this time the concept is little different. This time we are fetching the data from these tables, and these tables, okay, this database, and database contains the tables, and tables we are supposed to process the MySQL queries. Okay, so these are the required step for the same. Now I am showing you some queries, how we can process the data into the MySQL, how we are supposed to process, and how you are making it, you know, the more useful. So here I am clicking MySQL. Okay, MySQL command line client. Okay, so I am clicking over here. I am not using the workbench because that is very, you know, the heavyweight, it's hang your system. Probably my system will be definitely hang if I open it. So this is one best way, the command line interpreter, the shell for the MySQL. Here whatever password that you specify, I have to pass that password, and now you will get this MySQL shell. Okay, the first thing is that the database, as I already told you, database is just like a folder where you are placing your tables. The same thing, if you want to place any of the, you know, the tables, the folder should be must. Okay, so I want to check it out. Okay, how many the databases are there. So command for the same is show databases. Similar like to this, that I want to check it out how many folders are there. So in this database there are only these much amount, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 folders are there. So that's mean 9. We are not making a terminology over here, the folders. Okay, because this is not a suitable terminology. The suitable terminology over here is the databases. Okay, so I will now onward I will use the databases. I will not make the name of the folder, because that is not a suitable terminology. To understand that concept, yes, you can say it, okay, just like a folder, that's it. But in the context of the interview, you are not supposed to tell the folders, you are supposed to tell the databases. So the first I have to check how many databases are there. The command for the same is show databases. Now it will show you all the databases, what are the databases available. Okay, there are some few pre-existing databases as well for default databases. Okay, some of the databases that I created by my own self, like C plus image, okay, and then performance schema, information schema. Okay, these are the databases that I made by myself. Now I am making a one more database. Okay, I am making a one more database. The database name is, so command to create a database first, create. Okay, create is a command. So what I want to create, okay, create database. Okay, create database, and the database name is, I am giving a database name is Python Ireland. Okay, Ireland. So I am making a name of this one, that is the Python Ireland. Okay, so now the database is created. I want to check whether this database is created or not. The command is again same, show databases. Everything over here that would be done by the help of the commands. Now you can check it out. The database is created. The database name is the Python Ireland. Now how I can use this database? Very simple command. Whatever English terminology I use, definitely that English terminology I am going to use over here. Okay, so let's suppose use which database that I want to use Python Ireland. Okay, now this has been used. Now that's mean I am inside the Python Ireland database. Okay, now I am inside this Python Ireland database. Now the next step is, what next that you want to create. Now inside this database, okay, now inside this database I am supposed to make a table. Okay, whenever the terminology came into the mind table, automatically the picture is rows and columns. Okay, rows and columns. So whenever you are supposed to create a table, the first thing is that you are supposed to tell what are the columns into that table. Okay, what are the columns into that table. So I am making a columns. So definitely whenever you are performing this task, you are supposed to make all things write down onto the paper. Okay, then the picture would be more easy for you guys. Everything write down on the paper, what you want to do. You want to create a table, okay, this would be the table name, and what are the various columns into that table? These are the columns into that table. So I am making a column, I am making a table, and inside table I am making a columns. Everything that I have to decide. Okay, this doesn't know anything. Everything, whatever that you want to do, you want to create a table, you have to specify, okay, this one is my table. Okay, this one is the name of my table. And what are the columns into that table? Again, that you have to specify. And what are the data types of that columns? Obvious. Whenever you are making a table, it is mandatory to tell. Okay, this one is the ID. ID mean integer value that I am going to store over here, integer value. This one is a name. Name mean the string value I am going to store over here. This one is a salary. Salary mean again you can be int or you can use the float. So these are the data types that is mandatory to define whenever you are creating a table. Okay, that's mean you are creating some kind of schema. Okay, you are creating some kind of schema. Without schema, you are not supposed to perform anything. The table is a logical representation of data. You can consider something like this. The table is a logical representation of the data. Whatever that you are going to define, first you have to define this logical representation. After that, you are supposed to enter the data into that table. First, you have to define the schema. Okay, schema. That schema is prior to enter the data. I am focusing this point. The schema, whatever schema that you are defined, the schema is this one. The first column should be ID, the second column should be name, third could be age, fourth could be branch. This one is a schema and this is the logical representation. This schema that you are going to define, that should be defined prior to enter the data. Okay. So this concept is called basically schema on write. Okay, schema on write. When I am going to define some kind of schema prior to write the things into that table. So this concept is technically called schema on write. Okay, if you are coming from the engineering background, if you study out the database connectivities, database management subject, there you might have heard about the term that is called schema on read and schema on write. So this MySQL is fall under the schema on write concept. Why so? Because whatever that you are going to define into this, you have to define the schema first, then you are supposed to enter the data. And make sure whenever you are entering the data, you have to follow the same schema. Whatever schema that you define prior to enter the data, okay, that is most important whenever you are supposed to enter the data. Otherwise you will get the error message. What is the meaning of that? Let's suppose the first column is the integer column. Then the first value should be integer value whenever you are going to store the data. The next is the string value. Then the next value should be string. Otherwise you will get the error. Okay, you will get the error because I specify this schema. Okay, this is my schema that I am going to be defined. It is mandatory. Okay, it is the requirement of this MySQL. So tables always term, whenever you say the tables, it means the data is into the rows and column. And what is the meaning of the rows and column? It is the schema basically, in which format that I am going to store my data. And when we have to define this schema, whenever we are defining the table, okay, at the table creation, at the time of the table creation, yes, it is mandatory. You have to define the schema. Okay. So I think the picture is clear. Now I am showing you. It's very easy. Don't worry. Don't feel it. It's complex. It's very easy. Everyone can learn. Everyone can learn. Even a +2 child, even a 10th child, even an 8th child. If I teach this concept, you can easily learn this kind of things. Okay. So create. So I am creating a table. First you have to create a table. Okay, create a table. Create table. Okay, English terminology. Create table. Okay, which table that I want to create? I want to create a student table. And where it will be created? It will be created into this database because I use this database. Now I am inside that database. Okay, so table, create table, student. Okay, now the parenthesis. Okay, this parenthesis is required. Okay, so what schema now you want to define? Okay, the first column should be ID and the data type for the that is int. Okay, the first is the ID and the data type for the same is int. The next is sir, I want to give the next, that is name. Okay, name. You can give anything. Okay, name. The varchar. Okay, varchar. So here this is the way. Inside Python the data type is str, but here you are supposed to take this varchar. Okay, varchar mean variable character. Okay, so what is the meaning of this 20? So I am giving the 20 mean this column will support up to 20 characters. Okay, this column will be support up to 20 characters. So name varchar. Okay, this is the similar like to string. Okay, string or integers as well. It is the combination. Okay, it is the combination where you can add the string as well, you can add the integer, but the thing is that it would be considered as a string. Okay, it would be considered as a string, whether you are going to add the strings, whether you are going to add the name, that doesn't matter. That would be this into this data type. Okay, the varchar, keep this point into the mind. Okay, the next is I am taking the next column should be salary. Okay, salary. Okay, salary. So you can say marks because we are creating a student table. So marks is equal to, let's suppose I am giving the float. Okay, let me check whether this float is working over here or not. So I specify this schema. Okay, I specify this schema, very simple terminology, very English terminology. Create a table. Okay, I created a table. What is the name of the table? Sir, this one is the name of the table. And what are the entities? What are the schema for the same? Sir, this column will this table will contain one column. The column name is ID. And what is the data type of that? That would be the integer. The next would be the name. And what is the data type of that? That is the sir varchar. Okay. The next is the marks, sir. What is the data type of that? That is the float, sir. Okay, good. So now you have to press this semicolon. The semicolon mean now this shell will understand. Okay, shell will understand this line is completed. Whenever the line is completed, it is mandatory to mark the semicolon over here. Now your shell is understanding it. Okay, yes, good. Now this line is completed. I have to execute this line. So perfectly. Now whenever you get this, the query is zero rows affected. That's mean it is affected in 1.22 seconds. This table has been created. Okay, this table has been created into which database? Into sir Python Island database. Okay, sir, I want to check it out whether this table is created or not. Okay, so the command for the same is, okay, what you will say to someone, okay, show me the tables. The same command over here, show tables, that's it. Now you will get the student is a table. Okay, student is a table, okay, which is inside this Island database. You can check it out, tables in Ireland, Python Ireland. That table name is student. Very simple terminology. Okay, now sir, I want to describe it. I forgot. Okay, oh sorry sir, I forgot. Because sometime that the people can forget it. Obvious, this is human nature. Let's suppose there are 20 tables and you are forgot about it, sir. What is the schema for that table? Okay, so command for the same is DESC. That's mean describe. Okay, DESC, describe. To which I am describing, I want to describe the student. Perfect. Now you can check it out. Sir, there is one field, the name is int, the another field, the name is varchar, the another field there is marks or null. Yes, sir, it accept the null values. Okay, sir, default, I didn't put the default value because this time these are the empty. Whenever you leave this will become the empty. Okay, so now I understand this point. Sir, how I can create a table, how I can show the table, how I can describe a table. So now the question is, sir, I want to enter the data into this table. So as I already told you, in which format that you describe the first column should be int, second column is name, the third column is marks. So whenever you are defining int, defining ID, the first value should be int, second value should be varchar, okay, the third value should be float. Okay, so this decorum that you are supposed to maintain, otherwise you will get the error message. If you mismatch this decorum, you will get the error message. By mistake you enter this value over here, this value over here, then you will get the error message. So make this point into the clear. Okay, whenever you are storing a data into that particular table, it is mandatory that you have to follow the same schema, whatever schema that you defining at the creation of that table. So it is important one. Okay guys, it is important one. So now I am showing you how I can insert a value. Okay, perfectly. I say insert value. Sir, insert value. The English terminology is this one. Insert some value into this table. Sir, insert some value into this table. The same terminology use over here. Insert. Okay, insert into. To where you want to insert? Sir, I want to insert into student. STUDENT. Okay, sir, what you want to insert? Sir, I want to insert values. Okay, good. Which values that you want to insert? Sir, which values that you want to insert? Sir, the first column was ID 101 and the name was Ravi. Okay sir, good sir. Now sir, next sir. Okay, Ravi. The next is the third column was sir marks. So sir, Ravi got 80.6 marks. Perfect. And sir, this is the end of this line. Semicolon, enter. Perfectly added. Perfectly added. Sir, I want to insert one more record. Don't worry about it. Insert into student. Same. Values 102. Sir, this time the name is Mavi and the sir marks was 85.6. Perfectly added. Okay. Now by mistake, if you do mistake, let's suppose you forget the decorum, so you inserted over here this one, okay, this one into the form of the string. Now immediately you will get the error message. Why I didn't get the error message? Because this one is the integer values, okay, hold the integer values. That's why I didn't get error. Okay, let me show you. By mistake, if I print this, okay, if I try to do this, okay, rather than over here, I press over here and I did over here, okay, I did over here 101. I do mismatch, okay. So now you are getting the error message, incorrect integer value Nitin for the column ID. So make sure whatever decorum that you perform, whatever decorum that you decide, you have to follow the same decorum at the insertion of the data. Otherwise you will get the error message. Now 1, 2, 3 records has been inserted. Okay, 1, 2, 3 records has been inserted. Now I want to check it out. Sir, I want to show the records. Okay, sir, I want to show the records. Okay, for displaying the record, the terminology is select. Okay, select. Sir, I want to select. What you want to select? Sir, I want to select ID. I want to select name, and I want to select, for example, sir, marks. If you want to show, if you don't want to show marks, don't worry about it. Okay, sir. Sir, select ID, select marks. Sir, from where I have to select it, sir? Sir, select from. Okay, select from which table, sir? Which table, sir? Sir, student table. Very simple terminology. Select what you want to select. Sir, I want to show only ID. Sir, I want to show only marks. From which table, sir? From student, sir. That's it. That's it. Now you are getting the ID and the marks from this table. Very good. Very good. Okay. Sir, I want to see out all the columns, but I don't know how many columns are there, because someone give me this data. Someone give me this table. I want to check it out how many columns and how many data is there. Very simple. Whenever you want to process all the columns, all the data, at that time you are supposed to process this star. Star mean all. Okay, star mean all. Now we are getting all the columns and all the data. So this one is a very basic understanding of your MySQL. So you have to play with it, because the entirely the role is for these commands, the role of these queries, nothing else. The complete role of these queries. The rest of thing I already show you. There are only seven things that you are supposed to make, but the entirely the main role is played by these queries. If you are good into this query, then the connectivity is very small. And I am repeating once again, these are very simple. These are very simple. You don't need to do specific task. You can learn easily. Okay, so I am giving you the reference from where you can learn all the things. So first, what you have to do, try to do max to max W3 schools. Okay, MySQL. So here, yeah, you can pass out learn MySQL W3 schools. You can pass anything. Now you will get this SQL tutorials, or you can just simply select from here. You select from here the SQL tutorials. Okay, so very simple, very easy. So you can check it out. Select star for customer. Try whatever they perform. Exactly, you try the same. You try the same. Okay, you try the same. This one, the select. Okay, the select. Okay, the select statement. You can check it out. Perform the same, exactly same. You will automatically get clarity, because it is the thing you have to play by your own. Okay, you have to play by your own. Otherwise, it's very difficult to, teaching is very difficult to this kind of steps. But yes, when you are familiar with it, then I will show you the advanced part, little advanced part, but not entirely advanced part. I will show you the little advanced part for the same. So here, this one is the best thing. Okay, this one is the best thing. Here you can check it out, all the function. These are all the things which are available. So only the pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Even you done until this 17 pages. Okay, if you done these 17 pages, then you are very much comfortable. You are very much good into this MySQL. Don't no go for the joinings, okay, because this one is a little tough. I will teach you how you can join the tables. So I am saying you only these 17 pages, if you read carefully, if you do practical carefully, then you can learn lots of things into this, okay, lots of things. And it's very easy, believe me, it's very easy, just like a simple English language. Distinct, where, note, or, order, insert, okay, update, delete, select tops, minimum, maximum, only these 17 pages that you have to perform. Aliasing, the same concept aliasing that I already teach you into the in the context of a list. The aliasing, giving the nickname, same concept over here. Okay, the terminologies are same, the syntaxes are little different, okay. So I highly recommend you go to this website. I am not taking a class tomorrow, because tomorrow you are supposed to perform these concepts, and whenever you perform these concepts, then I will teach you the next one, the advanced versions, okay. So let me show, there are some notes for my handwritten notes into the SQL. So let me show you the notes for the MySQL as well. Okay, so I'll share you as well with you guys, but prior to move on them, I highly recommend you please go to these 17 pages. Okay, so these are, I think, Hive. You can check it out. This is the concept of the Hive, okay, the Hive joins. This is used into the big data terminology. The rest of the things are same, everything is same. You can check it out, the queries like this: select ID, name, salary, sex, and so on. Everything is same. Terminology is always same. Terminology can never be changed, okay. These are the nodes of the Hive, that is in the context of the big data. So where are those nodes? No, these are for the machine learning. I think these are the notes. Again, machine learning. These are my all handwritten notes. These are notes for this. Aptex, okay, kindly print it. So let.
Why are we finding out? Like, do you also have notes for Python?
Yeah. No, we don't have much notes on Python. Okay, these are the notes. You can check it out. SQL. Okay, these are the notes for the SQL. You can check it out. The entire notes are my handwritten notes. Each and everything I explained with the help of the diagrams and with the even I write the each and every query. First, I will suggest you go on that 17 pages. Then come back to these notes. You will easily understand the concept. Even the join I also explain into this in great detail. Okay, you can check it out. You can check it out. Everything I explained. Even I forgot how many things I explained into this. Everything you will get from here. Okay, and this one is the use case. This one is the use case, very good use case, and this can be implemented into the Hive. But yes, entirely the same thing can be implemented into the MySQL as well. So I will teach you these 2 or 3 use cases into the MySQL, entirely into the MySQL. But prior to that, you must have knowledge about that things, because basic is highly required. I cannot do for the, if you are not good into the basic, then you are not able to understand this concept. That's why I am saying you, please do practice on that 17 pages. If you have done that only 17 pages, now I can give you the assurance that you are good enough into the MySQL. So you can easily handle the MySQL queries. But the thing is that you have to do the practical, and very easy concept. I already told you, it's very easy. You don't make to do lots of, no need to do the lots of hard work. It is just like an English language. I teach you so many things in the normal English terminology. The same concept is there, okay, because that's why it's very considered very easy. MySQL is very considered very easy concepts. So these are the notes I will share to you guys. Don't worry about it. I will share the entire notes with you within 5 minutes after closing the session. You will get these notes, okay. But the thing is that first you have go through that 17 pages, then come back to these notes, then you will get understand each and everything in great detail. Because here I use a predefined database, and that database should not be available easily over the internet, okay. You have to download here and you have to search over here, because I lost that file. Okay, so this one is a database which contain 3 tables. three different tables. Okay, the tables is the one is the, I think the table 1 is the movie ID, movie name and year. The table 2 is actor ID, actor name and gender. The third table is movie ID and the actor ID. Here, because here we are performing the concept of the joinings and the primary key as well. So I highly recommend you, please go on that 7 pages, then go to my notes. Okay, so tomorrow is no class for you guys. So I believe you will do lots of practice of this and you will enjoy, definitely you will enjoy after doing the practical of this, because the things become very easy and very simple into this. Okay, so